And in recent reports, Houston has been ranked as a significant contender in the life science market and one that's expected to experience a lot of growth. As the CEO of BioHouston, what are your thoughts on that and that recognition that's been given to Houston in recent months?
Well, as you can imagine, Kelly, it's very exciting for BioHouston and our Houston life sciences community, and actually the whole Texas, life sciences community as well. I think, when I joined BioHouston back in 2011, that was just in the early days of the CPRIT program, right? The Cancer Prevention Research Institute of Texas, which is our cancer fund that deploys $300 million a year every year. And now in 2019, we reestablished with another $3 billion. And so we're starting to see, a lot of that investment in the oncology sector, not just in product development in companies, but also the investment made in earlier research now make its way and being what we like to call translated, right? And so I think, a lot of these activities have really helped to grow the Houston ecosystem. I think what's nice about Houston is we have the opportunity to kind of service the whole gamut of the life science spectrum. Early drug discovery, which we do in the academic research centers, early startups, clinical trials in the phase 1, phase 2, and then ultimately manufacturing of clinical supply and commercial supply for cell therapies and gene therapies.
Well, Newman Newman, of course, is very proud to be a member of BioHouston, and we represent within that community a resource for marketing communications, but we are just one diverse component of that community that you created. And so can you talk a little bit about that multidimensional community vision that you've had for BioHouston and why you think that's important?
Yeah, so I think when you go back to the mission of BioHouston, right, it's to grow the life sciences ecosystem and to have a fully vibrant community. You really need companies at all stages of development, right? So if you think about the early innovation and the early startups, you're going to have a lot of those. And over time, as we know of the life cycle of companies, things narrow down. And so the number of maybe more developed companies like those that are public or further down the development pipeline will have a smattering of those, but not nearly as many as the beginning of the funnel in early innovation. But with that kind of diverse companies at various stages, they all need different kinds of support, right? And so I think BioHouston, in addition to having companies at all stages of the life cycle, we like to have service providers, right? Companies that can then help and be a resource to these companies all along the way.
Is what BioHouston has accomplished here, is that unique? Is that multidimensional approach or vision something, it makes a lot of sense, of course, but is that something that has uniquely contributed to the success here?
I don't think it's unique. You'll see this kind of model in places like Boston, San Francisco, San Diego. I think what makes us unique here in Houston, to be honest, is while we're the 4th largest city in the country, business still here is transacted like a small town. It's very relationship driven, right? It's not transactional, it's relationship driven. And I think that tone and that tenor of how business is transacted in Houston then translates very well to having a community with all of these different people coming together with different resources to help support and grow the companies, the ecosystem, the community.
You're getting ready for your big annual Texas Life Science Forum Conference, which I know is a huge undertaking. BioHouston co-hosts that with Rice Alliance. How does that forum reflect on the multidimensional community that you've developed, but on a much grander scale?
Yeah, so I like to say that the conference really is for everyone. And what I mean by that is we, showcase the companies that are developing products within the ecosystem. We bring our experts, our service providers, to give talks in our educational symposia. We bring together speakers that are talking about ideas and things that life sciences companies should be thinking about. So there's something for everyone, whether you're embedded in a company day in and day out, or you're in the community wanting to learn more about life sciences. It truly is a community event. We're very proud to have had this longstanding relationship with the Rice Alliance. And together, I think it brings the academic community of Rice and Rice University, and also then the BioHouston community together. And we do this every November. So we like to say, keep it on your calendar. We're usually there the first or second week in November. This year, it's Tuesday, November 8th.
Anything new or exceptional this year that maybe we haven't seen in forums past?
Well, I think, we try to keep the same format, look and feel, so that people kind of know what to expect. Right. I think what I will say is that, every year we get more and more companies applying. Every year, we have more and more people that want to participate. The slate of companies that are coming through this year are phenomenal. There'll be therapeutic companies, device companies, digital companies. And then we also have some breakout subgroup of companies. So I think it's really exciting that we're actually, in addition to being, Rice Alliance and BioHouston, we're also bringing other organizations from within the community, the TMC, M1, other folks to kind of help and participate with us, which I think is truly what this is about.
As CEO of BioHouston, you have played a phenomenal part in that. So thank you for what you're doing for life science in this market. And I'm excited to be at the forum again this year.
Great. Thanks so much, Kelly. Good speaking with you.